still stuck? Why your manifestation isn't working and what to do? Now let me ask you this. Why do we keep manifesting the same painful patterns over and over and over again? And what if your biggest dreams are blocked by what you haven't faced inside? Have you tried everything to manifest more money, more love, more freedom, but you still feel stuck? What if the real block isn't something outside, but inside? Before I dive into some key points I want to share with you in this video, I want to share with you that I did a personal post on my personal Facebook today, and then on a group for men in midlife on Facebook, one of my groups. And I posted about this hamster wheel. And many people know and understand the experience of the hamster wheel. You just do things, you try to do things even harder, you try to do things even harder, but you're coming nowhere, you're going nowhere. And I had this post in my mind, and as I was writing the post, an old quote came to me, and I put that quote in top of the post. And the quote says, "Even if you win the rat race, you're still a rat." And I love this quote. It was one of the quotes that when I began my personal development back in 2012, one of the quotes that hit me and kept being with me, because I tried for so many years, and maybe you can relate to this, so many years to solve my money issues. I tried to grow different businesses. I tried and I tried and I tried, but no matter how hard I worked, I ended up the same place with no money. That's the hamster wheel. And the quote, even if you still win the rat race, even if you win the rat race, you're still a rat. That was. So now these things, the things that blocks us, and this is not only for money, because it could also be relationship. I had a conversation with a person last week, and the person shared that she had 2 long relationships, and she's still in the second one of those. And it's just the same thing going on. That's her hamster wheel. It's being with a guy who is not taking good care of her, actually saying stupid things and sometimes maybe even hurting physically. And the person was like, I want to get out of the relationship, probably, but some days it's good and all of that. And it's kind of like my first relationship, it was just the same thing. What's going on? What's wrong with me? Could be health. Could be health. I had a woman many years ago that joined one of my seminars. She became a client of mine, and she told me of this pain in her stomach that she had for so many years, and the doctor couldn't figure out what it was. So many years, the pain in her stomach, so many years of her looking down the floor because she didn't believe in herself, because she didn't feel good about herself, and because she had so much health issues going on inside of her. And the stomach was the worst one, the pain in the stomach. That was her hamster wheel. Now what happened was with this woman that I just mentioned, because she became a client of mine, I know her story, that we went into coaching or mentoring or healing, whatever you want to call it, and step by step, and this is my main thing for this video, she stopped trying to fix things in the outside, and I was there, the catalyst, helping her, being there with her and for her. We dissolved those energies that was trapped in there the emotions that were trapped in there, and dissolving those. What happened for her was that as we dissolved those, her face was lifting, and I saw it happening. Her smile became bigger, and her pain in the stomach also dissolved. That's why the doctors couldn't find anything. It had nothing to do with digestion or anything at all. It was an emotional pain that's been stuck in her for so many years. And it was connected with not being good enough. It was connected with not feeling loved. It was connecting with not being confident or feeling confident. And guess what? As she let go of that pain, as her head was rising and her body was rising, her smile was rising, guess what happened with her love life? For the first time in her life, and this was in a very, very short time of her life, for the first time in her life, she got into a relationship where she fully felt that this was the right thing. She was not there to prove anything. She was there to be her and enjoy her partner for being him. Right, cool. So, it's so important to understand. You can talk about energies, you can talk about emotions, you can talk about all of these things. But for me, my story is the same thing. I had the thing with my money, debt, $1.5 million US debt. I cleared it. I had things with my too long relationship, one after each other. And it was the same pattern of me being hurt over and over and over again. I tried to fix it by being nicer. I tried to fix it by bringing flowers, by all of these things that I read and that I thought was the right thing. It wasn't until I looked inside, and you could even say that I cleared out the smoke, that things became much lighter and things became much more even visible for me. I could begin to see the beautiful things and feel the beautiful things in my world. So, the three things that I actually wanted to share with you in this video. I'm a little passionate today. I hope it's good for you. So, the three things. I'm doing my best in these videos to share my story, my client's story. So for you who resonates with you, it will stir up something inside of you. You will feel something inside of you because this is part of my journey. That's what happened to me. I began being aware that I felt something. It's part of the many clients and people who have been on seminars with me that felt the same things. Life has to be better than this. It's too painful to stay in my hamster wheel all the time. I even could say I won the rat race. I solved my debt. I grew a very successful business, but I was still a rat. Meaning I didn't feel good. I still had those painful emotions. For me personally in my stomach, for me personally in my chest, for me personally in my throat. Same emotions that my clients also felt, or seems like it's the same thing. So the learnings that I wanted to share with you here is this is probably for many people one of the biggest reasons why your manifestation doesn't work, because there's too much smoke. And think about it, this image that there's smoke all over. How could you see the things that you want if it's all smoke or if it's all dark? That would be more luck, right? So, and if you do believe, I had to install this belief in myself. And yes, it takes some more courage, and it's about responsibility too. But if you do believe that the outer world mirrors your inner world, meaning whatever you got installed inside, whatever is not being released, emotions, thoughts, beliefs, core beliefs, if it's not supporting you on the journey you're on your destination for now, if it's not supporting you, it's limiting you. And if it's limiting you, it's kind of this picture of you trying to run uphill with the baggage on, with the carriage on, with a lot of stone in your carriage and in the bag, and it's just like draining. That's the hamster wheel. So by beginning to be aware of these things, by beginning to take charge of these things, by beginning to take the responsibility, even though I know it can be easier to say, someone out there take care of me, someone out there just solve my issue, someone out there please love me, someone out there please handle me some money. but the fact is, from my experience and the people that I work with, that if you really want to manifest something, don't wish or hope or play the lottery for someone out there to solve the things for you. Become aware, begin to look inside, begin to be curious what's going on inside. And it's probably going to be a little painful from time to time. And that's when we have the courage to look that pain in the eye, to stay with that pain, to connect with that pain, and it will dissolve. And you will see much clearer, and you will begin to listen to the birds, see the beautiful trees, see even when it's raining, just enjoying the rain. I used to hate the rain. I actually enjoy the rain now. So let the smoke clear by looking inside and just become curious. And also, because this is what I mean when I say this is love, this is you loving you. When you do these things, when it hurts, when you are together with you when it hurts, when you have and feel compassion for yourself when it hurts, when you are taking care of yourself when it hurts, and when it not hurts, but when it hurts, and not running away from yourself. I did for so many years. I ran away from all of these things, running away by doing more parties, by drinking more, by taking a lot of stupid things, and by doing a lot of stupid things, running away from those emotions that didn't feel good, running away from myself. So I will share one more thing to you, and after that I will share how you can get your hands on something that if this resonates with you, how you can get your hands on something that really can help you. So I shared my story also, and the last thing that I wanted to share here is that manifestation, as I see it today, is really much about deep self-awareness. It's not about tricks, it's not about shortcuts, it's not about, for me at least, I haven't experienced this, I haven't seen clients of mine done this or people in seminars doing this, just about sitting down and say affirmations and everything will be solved. That's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like a shortcut. I want to play with these things, but it's kind of like a shortcut that's not necessarily working. For me, manifestation is about becoming aligned energetically, and real freedom is when you dare to clean up what's inside. When you dare to clean up what's inside. Just think about this as a storage room. Think about this. All the things we put into the storage room. We're a little busy, so we just put the things into the storage room. And we do that every day. We do that every week, every month, every year. And then the storage room gets so full that we can't even get more in there. And then one person might think or say, please go and clean up the storage room. And a person say, no way, this is going to wait and wait and wait because it's too much, too many things in that storage room. Just think about that storage room being all the things inside of you that just instead of looking at them, They're just locked away in there in the storage room. Boxes and boxes and boxes of different experiences, different relationships, different business experience, different career experiences, different love experiences, different health experience, different I'm not good enough experiences, different I'm not confident experiences, different nobody loves me experience. All of these experiences that most of us experience through life. And if we don't want to feel them, if we don't want to be with those or can't, well, we will put them in a box and they are in the storage room. And the storage room is full. And we're like, no way am I going to look at all of these things. Maybe not in a conscious way, but our subconscious is saying, well, I'm just gonna protect you from seeing all of those things in the storage room. But that storage room is the things that's in your bag, in your carriage when you go uphill to the next goal. So when we begin to look at these things and clear them out, the bag gets lighter, the carriage gets lighter, and might be that even that uphill is not that uphill anymore. It's more like this. And it might be that we get some momentum doing these things, and you get some momentum beginning to see the things that you want to manifest in your life. Might be that you're even running downhill suddenly. That's what I experienced when I grew my business and doubled it and doubled it and doubled it again and again and again and again. I was like really running, and things were just happening for me all the time in a good way. I grew my cleaning business to 60 people in less than 4 years. And it felt like this when the years before, it felt like I was going uphill with my bag and my carriage full of all of those boxes with heavy stones. So, passion was coming out of me today. I hope you enjoy this video. Please let me know whatever from your perspective inside of you, or something that's going on inside of you. Does this resonate with you? Is there something where you keep seeing yourself in the hamster wheel? Becoming aware of that is one of the first steps. Becoming aware that it's time now to do something different is one of the first steps. And we can begin to release that. You can begin to release those things, look in the boxes, and then move on in the direction and with much more luck and great energy than probably, that's my case and many of my clients' case, that you ever experienced for many years. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments whatever came up for you. See if you can be honest about it. And I promised you, if you want to get your hands on something, if you want to step more into this, I've been a business owner since 2012. I've been working in other people's businesses for two businesses for 20 years. I managed a team of 500 people with 50 shops, grew it from zero. And that's my whole life. And then personal development, then getting deeper and deeper into all of these things, figuring out how to transform my mindset, but even deeper than that, you might even say spiritual wise, but transforming my energies. So if you want to step more into that, if you feel like the hamster, if you feel like the rat who won the race, but you're still the rat, and it's an image, right? Then I created something I called the Manifestation Masterclass. And I got some new ideas and I'm working on it right now. So I want to make something so powerful, videos, trainings, that are as simple to watch as possible and give you as much to help you step into that next chapter of yours, which is opening in front of you right now as you see this video. And I'll make sure there's a link below here. It's still brand new, all of these things. And I'm just putting more and more energy into it. So you feel more than free to check out the link and also join us. All right? I will see you hopefully in the next one. And lots of love.